Naimbag nga bigat!
Naimbag nga bigat!
Tenakoto, tenatatu katoa. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. It's great to be reunited with my fellow Cordillerans. So my Cordilleran lineage is through my father's mother, who is from Canao, from Sagada, who migrated to Ilocos Sur. So it's great to see also Manang Miriam, Professor Jovel. But ang medyo sakit ng loob ko because he did not cheer for the cheer for the Cordilleran Igorot exiles. So let's have a cheer for our Cordillerans from Ilocos, Slovakia! Ilocos Sur. And thank you, Julie, Tony, for your kind hospitality in allowing us to use your beautiful venue. And congratulations to Adore and the Phil at NZ, and the embassy looks forward to partnering with you. And I'm very honored to be with, again, my fellow Cordillerans in our first Canao. Okay, so I'm sorry I have to talk and run because I have a noontime flight, but I just want to update you on important developments from your embassy. Number one, makakaroon tayo ng sariling Philippine Overseas Labor Office Polo. So it's on the way now. Hopefully we'll have a soft opening within this year and hard opening in Wellington by early next year. So we found real estate. So it won't be in the embassy kasi medyo masikip sa embassy. It will be near the embassy in Wellington, in Thorndon. Also, we are the advantage of that is because up to now you have to deal with the polo in Canberra. Okay, so please look at our website for other website and Facebook page for updates, like for example on documentation. Most of the red ribbon we don't do anymore because there's the apostille. It's a little complicated to explain, but just check that. And again, if you need help, remember we're here to help you. The best way to contact us is not by phone kasi kukote lang kami sa embassy, and we're really, if we're only 12 in the embassy, and if we follow the guidelines of the Department of Budget and Management, we have to be 50. We have now 72,000 Filipinos here in New Zealand, and that was according officially to no less than the New Zealand government. 72,000. So that is over, like, mahina ko sa math, so with a population of 4.5 million, that's about, what, over 1.2, 1.3%. So, we also, so again, the best way to contact us, email or Facebook message. Facebook message us in the embassy Facebook page or email. Now, I also like to report, I just came back from Baguio 3 weeks ago. So I've been in working with Manang Miriam in promoting Cordilleran culture and linkages. We had a conference of the DFA's youth organization, the Diplomatic League, at St. Louis University. Sino mga St. Louis? Okay. We also had delegates from all over the Cordilleras, particularly University of Cordilleras, formerly Baguio Colleges Foundation, o sino mga UC. Okay. And then University of Philippines, Baguio. So I also visited the Indigenous Studies program, and again, we want to start making tie-ups. My aunt, Carmen Domingo Kirk, is a professor, and she's done a tour, also facilitated by University of Auckland, and see about the linkages. Also, we want to also make one of the priorities of the embassy is to make sure that our culture, Philippine national culture and our rich regional culture is known and appreciated first and foremost by our children. So we also want to share it with all the wonderful fellow Kiwis we have in this great country. So we have a simple program on Filipino language and culture that we administer through elementary and high schools. We could work together to bring it to your school, but we also want to introduce Cordilleran languages and culture in that program. And we look forward to working with Phil at NZ, with Oxness, and looking towards the 2022 conference. Okay. And we just had a successful first pulong-pulong at the Pista, which was occurring in downtown Hamilton. And the pulong-pulong really is a hui where Filipinos are bringing up the issues of concern. So again, although I have to say that New Zealand is one of the best, if not the best, home for Filipinos overseas. And one very simple lead, look at our tela, look at our weave. This is also Maori. And remember, in the migration of the Pacific peoples, duman sila sa amin, di ba? Again, it is well known that the migration of the Pacifican peoples came through northern Luzon. And that's why we have that deep sense of kinship. So when we come to New Zealand, it's not migrating, it's a homecoming. And then with the wonderful cultures, the Europeans of New Zealand, we share the Christian faith, English language. And that's why it's no surprise that this is really the best home. And then look, this is the only country right now where we have a member of parliament na Filipino. And the amazing thing, it's not just the National Party that recruit the Philippines, but also the Labour Party. No other country you have the two major parties adopting Filipinos in their leadership. We also have in our leadership of the trade unions, si Dennis Maga in SecGen of First Union. So if you've been following my Facebook also, we have very active grassroots coalitions to protect the rights and welfare of our kababayan here. So we've had the Pinoy Helping Pinoy, I think many of your members here, which was more of an Auckland-based initiative. And we work closely with our Filipino NGOs and the unions. Now a new one is called Good Hearts Philippine New Zealand Charitable Trust, and they've been running a series of workshops on insurance. So one thing I like to stress, especially for those of you on short-term visas, not yet fully on a long-term path, make sure you have your insurance. Because there have been tragic cases like the train, the victims of the train crash. It's a good thing they got it with their employers. Because some of you may complain, itong OEC and the new requirement, what we call the addendum, to make sure you have medical and repatriation assurance. This is a clear example why we need it. So good thing, because of the addendum, the additional requirements of the contract, the employers, we had made sure that they had the insurance. So it's not just to make life difficult for you. I know the OEC is a big hassle, but it's just the government's way of ensuring your contracts are good and solid. But with the opening of our Polo in the coming weeks, your transaction with Polo will be much more streamlined. Okay, so again, I regret I can't join you all day, but my heart and spirit will always be with you. And again, congratulations to our fellow Koreans for the first Canao, the Phil at NZ, for bringing us together. And again, we're just a Facebook message away. Maraming salamat po. Gamihi.